In this video, we're going to look at footage from the 2012 Olympics, and specifically we're going to look at two types of offensive tempos. We're looking at horizontal rhythm, which is what you're looking at now, where the goal is to set a ball that's low enough that forces especially the middle blocker to react quickly, with the idea of not forming a solid two-person or three-person block. So you'll see the timing of the set and the trajectory of this set really stresses the middle blockers out, and it also creates stress on the back row in terms of less time to react to what the offense is doing. So as we go through these clips, you're going to see from a number of different teams how they demonstrate the horizontal rhythm, where the ball is flat, and as you can see, most of the sets, regardless of where the setter is coming from, the ball is going from the setter's hands to the attacker's hands in around a second. And can you imagine the stress that puts on the middle blocker to go from, point A to point B, generally 15, 20 feet in around a second. So it really mandates that the middle blockers react quickly, and then as you can see, sometimes they just don't get to the ball. So this is the challenge of international volleyball, where the tempo can be very fast. And we'll talk later in another video about how the middle blockers might deal with this. But again, this is the horizontal tempo, flat sets, getting to the antenna quickly, and putting a lot of stress on both the blockers and the back row. This is the vertical system, and you can see this is Italy here, where their sets are high, a lot slower, where it's more of a 1.5, 1.6 second tempo when they're going in front of the setter. And it allows a more well-formed block, and it allows the defense to react to it. There's also some advantages in terms of it doesn't require quite as accurate of a set. You can always get to the ball regardless if it's a good set or bad set. And it also doesn't require quite the pass. And here's the two tempos kind of overlaid with each other. You can see the difference. For the horizontal offense, you can see the stresses on the block and the defense requires accurate passing and setting. There's less margin of error, but it also facilitates a lot of creativity into your offensive system. Conversely, the vertical system is a little bit more forgiving on the accuracy of the pass or the set. It always allows a good swing at the ball for the attackers. It's a little bit more predictable, and it allows the block and defense to form. The thing that you have to understand is there is no right or wrong. You have to plan your system, be it vertical or horizontal, around the personnel that you have and the skills that are available. The thing that coaches really have to keep in mind is consistency in rhythm is an important factor. If you're going to run a horizontal system, then do it consistently. If you're going to run a vertical system, that's fine. Do that consistently. I think where hitters have trouble is if one set's high, one set's low, then it's hard to get into that rhythmical approach that's really important for hitters to establish in either system. Some coaches feel that younger players find a lower set or a horizontal system both easier to hit and easier to set. So that's something that you might want to keep in mind. And coaches also feel that if you're running maybe a little bit faster horizontal offense, it encourages your players to play a fast, quick defense, because that's the tempo that they get used to. So that's something to keep in mind. And lastly, train your system. If you're going to run a faster system, then you need to train fast and help your players develop that kind of tempo in every aspect of your game. If you're going to run a slower system, that's okay, and we want to make sure that we train in that fashion as well. So the consistency in terms of the drills and how the coach approaches every training session is critical to the success of the team.